Everyone, welcome to the webinar. Today's topic is how to leverage Microsoft Dynamics CRM to manage sales effectively. It's a 1 hour session and we'll keep first 45 minutes for the demo and the presentation and the remaining 15 minutes for the question and answers. So before we begin, let me introduce myself. I'm Dheeraj Gehlot. I'm working with the solution architect with KnowledgeWoods. I am Microsoft certified trainer, Prince 2 practitioner, MCSC on Windows Server and SharePoint. I'm also Microsoft specialist in Dynamics CRM. I've run certifications in customization configuration and the applications part. So let's begin with the presentation. So before we begin, first is what is Dynamics CRM? So Dynamics CRM is a Microsoft tool which helps to manage marketing,
The broadcast is now
sales.
starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Okay, back Joe. So I hope I'm audible now. So let's begin. So hello everyone, welcome to the webinar. Today's topic is how to leverage Microsoft Dynamics CRM to manage sales effectively. It's a 1 hour session. We'll keep the first 45 minutes for the demo and the presentation and the remaining 15 minutes for the question and answer session. So before we begin, let me introduce myself. I'm Dheeraj Gehlot. I'm working as a solution architect with KnowledgeWoods. I'm having 10 plus years of industry experience. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer, Prince 2 practitioner, and I'm MCSC on Microsoft Windows Server, Microsoft SharePoint, and I'm also Microsoft specialist on Microsoft Dynamics CRM. So I've done certification of Dynamics implementation, Dynamics CRM customization and configuration, and Dynamics CRM application. So first question, what is Dynamic CRM? So Dynamic CRM is basically a tool developed by Microsoft. It's a Microsoft tool which helps to manage your marketing campaigns, sales, as well as the customer service. So today's session is related with how Microsoft CRM can help you to manage sales. So Dynamic CRM can provide or can help you in a variety of customer scenarios, be it a B2B, where you deal with a company or an organization, where it can also be used when you directly coordinate with the individual person or business to customer sales. You may also have an option to deal with the prospects in Dynamics CRM. So that means you are getting a large number of leads and you want to convert only the leads which qualifies a certain criteria. So that means in that scenario, conversion from lead to opportunity takes place. So dynamic CRM is not related to a particular industry. It can be used across the industry verticals, be it IT, be it sales, be it e-commerce, be it maybe manufacturing, any industry vertical, it can be used. So if I brief you about the sales process begins with when a lead is entered into the system. So lead is a prospect, it's an unqualified contact detail that you have. It undergoes a qualification process or maybe first level of communication. Basis of the qualification criteria. So for example, we conduct PMP training. So to write a PMP exam, you need a qualification criteria. That is, you must have 4,500 of project management experience. So that becomes your qualification criteria. So suppose we have got a lead inside Dynamics CRM. The first process is we need to contact the person and check whether he qualifies. If he qualifies, then we can convert that lead into an opportunity. So again, opportunity is a qualified potential sale. So each and every company might have different processes, different steps, different checklist for communication to the customer. They might have different stages to close a particular sale that can be catered into dynamic CRM. So once an opportunity is created, you can attach the product information. If you want to use the product catalog, you have a standard set of products which you want to attach to the opportunity that can be attached. And if that is attached, you can create quotes automatically. So because you have created a product, you have defined a specific price, or you have attached a specific price to a particular product, that product can now be attached to opportunity. So once that is attached to opportunity, what you can do is you can create quote automatically. So that means you're presenting a firm offer to the customer. So once that is presented, if your customer accepts that firm offer, then you can convert that into an order. So if you want to ship something, ship some physical material or maybe your product to the customer, that can be shipped. So once you have fulfilled the order, then you can convert that order into invoice, and later on you can mark that invoice into or invoice as paid. So that is a complete sales process. So again, if I talk about dynamic CRM based upon your requirement, you can choose which all entities do you want to use or which all tables do you want to use. So you don't want to use the sales order processing, you can stop at opportunity. Only need to mark the opportunity as one. You can stop your process. So that level of customization capability, that level of tailoring to a particular situation, dynamic CRM provides you. So lead to opportunity process flow. So again, as discussed earlier, so you can either qualify or you can either disqualify a lead based upon the qualification criteria. Then you have sales processes. So each and every company might have different sales process, different checklist for a lead or for an opportunity to move ahead to the next stage of closure. Maybe you want to present something. Maybe you want to develop a prototype for your customer. Maybe you want to give a demo to the customer. So that kind of stages can be built inside the sales process, which is there in Dynamic CRM. So I will be briefly taking you to the interface where you can enter all this information. So once you have converted a lead into opportunity, then you can work on the opportunity as per the process specified, and you can then mark an opportunity as won or lost. So let me just open the interface. Just give me a minute. Let me just open. Just give me a second. I'm just opening the page. Okay. So this is the login screen where you can enter your credentials. So I've created a demonstration account for Dynamics CRM Online. Okay. Okay, I've entered the KWPL twice. Okay, so you're done. So this is the first screen which you get when you open the Dynamics CRM Online. If you want to explore Dynamics CRM more, you have option to a link to the ebooks, videos, and more stuff related with Dynamics CRM online. So you can browse those. So this is the first screen. This is the UI. So as I said earlier, if you click on this three bars here, which will take you to the options to the navigation area. So you can see you have sales navigation area here, service and marketing, and the settings option here. So let me click on sales. So under sales, you can see you have different sections here: my work, customers, sales, collaterals, marketing, goals, and tools. So let me click on the leads first. So this is the interface where you can enter new leads or you can open up the new leads. You have option to integrate Dynamics CRM with your website, with your, maybe say you have a form located on your website which can directly fetch leads inside the Dynamics CRM, or it can put leads. So next is, if you want to create a new lead, suppose you've got a phone call, so click on new. It will open up a new form wherein you'll be able to enter information about a lead. So you have to specify topics, maybe say he's interested in, maybe say your product. So you can specify a topic. You need to specify the first name and last name. You can see the last name is mandatory here, and first name is a recommended name. Say, for example, let me choose maybe say Ankit Sharma. Done. So if I scroll down, you can see you can enter a lot of other information related with this person. So if you want to specify the email address, say a@kw.com. So whatever information you want to specify, you can specify it here. Also, as I said earlier, so you can customize each and everything. So whatever fields that you want to place on this form, if you want to maybe say put the email on the top side, so each and everything is customizable here. You want to remove some field out of this form, each and everything can be done. So I can also add some information related to the company, information, website, address, and other stuff. So I've entered sufficient information. Now let me click on save, or I can either click on save or I can simply click on Control S to save my lead. So you can see you have a process bar here. So if I just click on the highlighter here, so you can see this area. So this is the process bar. So you can define your own process. So each and every company might have different process. So for example, for this particular scenario, we have four processes, or we have four stages. First stage is the qualify stage, in which you have to check whether this particular lead is an existing contact or an existing account. Then what's the purchase time frame, estimated budget. So that means you can create a checklist for each and every stage here that can help you to close this lead further or maybe earlier. So once I am done with The stage one, I can specify the information here, maybe this quarter. Budget, if I want to specify, I can specify it here. Maybe say 1 lakh or any information that I want to put it here. Click on save, or maybe if you want to use the Control S shortcut, keyboard shortcut, you can use that. So done with this, you have initiated a communication. So if you want to add a phone call activity here, that can be placed, that can be created. If you want to add a task related with this activity or this lead, that can be created. Additionally, if you want to email him, that email can be sent. So now if you see that this particular qualifies on your qualification criteria, then you can move ahead to qualify this lead into an opportunity. Or you can click on disqualify and choose an option. Again, the list is customizable. If you want to add more options to the disqualify list, that can be added. So click on qualify. So here is it. So you can see it's an opportunity, and the customer is interested in the product. You can see the contact information. It's Ankit Sharma, account or the company name is kw.com, and the other stuff. So now I'm into the next stage, which is the develop stage. So first stage qualifies was related with the leads, second stage related with develop, and propose is also related with the opportunity. So suppose if I want to enter more information, if I want to enter some communication information with this person, so called to demo time or maybe demo slot. Anything, whatever you want to enter here, you can enter that. Then click on OK. So that activity is created here. If you want to create, maybe say in email. So if you have done an integration with maybe any email server, you'll be able to send the email. If you want to add an appointment task or maybe a task here, you can do that as well. So Dynamics CRM can help you track each and everything inside the software. So each and every communication, each and every interaction with the customer can be tracked here. So next step, as per the process, you need to identify the customer need. So customer needs maybe say a product, maybe say X, propose solution. If you have a solution for that, or if you have a ready-made solution, you can define that information, identify stakeholders. So maybe say, for example, if you want to close a B2B sale, a business to business sale, that time you might require to, get in touch with all the stakeholders. So that time what you can do is you can come to this side and click on plus here. So all the stakeholders can be added here. So you can add some related or maybe some additional information here. So current situation, customer needs product X, proposed solution if you have some. You can specify the competitor information here. So for example, if the person whom you're selling the product to is also in touch with other competitors, so that information can be provided. So how this information can be useful? So we can use the competitor information to know that this particular person is also looking for some other product. We can send, or the sales executive can send some information related with the competitor product. How are we better than our competitors? We can also do a SWOT analysis on the competitor page, on which we can simply get the information about what are the weak points of our competitors and what are our plus points. So that information can also be tracked. Further, if I scroll down, I have a section here in which I can specify the price list for this particular opportunity and the products which the particular customer is interested in. So let me first click on save. Scroll down. I can select a product or product line as well. So this is my price list. So when this is done, you have to save, and once you have saved, you'll be able to add the products. So again, it's asking whether you want to add existing product or a write-in product. Suppose you want to add an existing product. So if you have some product listed down, you'll be able to locate that. So if you want to specify some additional properties related with the product, that can be specified from here. So if I want to have the company information and I want to have the URL on which maybe the CRM site will be hosted, so I can specify that URL information here if I want to. So max user available as per this plan, and subscription duration is 30 days. So additional information can also be added at the time of attaching a product to the customer. So next I can specify the quantity. So maybe he's interested in 10 licenses or 10 subscriptions, and we are done. So next is revenue is by default user provided. If you are using a sales list, I can make it system calculated. Now if I save or if I refresh this page, automatically you can see the revenue here is calculated automatically. So if you have a look at here, so you can see, so the per subscription price was $40. So currently we are using the rupees. So it's taking, instead of rupees, it's dollars basically. So it's taking 400 as the estimated revenue. So now suppose I've added the products. If I want to add more products, more product can also be added here. And after that, what I can do is I have option to provide some manual discount here. Additionally, I can create codes also. So you want to create a code. So since I've used a price list and I've added a product here, I will be able to. Okay. So option for this site, always allow. It's going to refresh my screen. Okay, so I'm done. Scroll down now. So again, you can see the status of the code is draft. So if I click on the code record here, it will take me to the code. So you can see the revision ID here is 0. This is the first time we are presenting the code to the customer for this particular opportunity. So if I want to make this code available to customer, I can simply click on activate code here. So if a code is activated, that means you're presenting the offer to the customer. So in the backend, what you can do is automatically an email can be sent with the related information to the customer. So that kind of customization can be done. So now the customer says, I need more discount, for example. So you have option to revise the quote as well. So say I want to provide additional 5% discount. So I can apply that information here. I can click on save, and then you can see that calculation has already automatically happened, and the new price is $380. If you want to add or add some additional activity related with communication with the customer, that can be added here. If I want to add some notes, some screenshots, some additional file, that can be attached here. So I can click on activate. Suppose now this time the customer says, yes, I'm okay with the price shared. You can click on create order. So if I click on create order, it says me specify the status reason. Additionally, I can even close the opportunity directly here. So click on OK. So the quote has been won. So next is we are on to the order screen. Now suppose you have fulfilled the order. Next step is marking the order as fulfilled. So again, if the order is completely fulfilled, you can mark complete here. If the order is partially fulfilled, you can mark partial. So say it's fulfilled, then I can click on create invoice. If I want to create an invoice for the customer, click on create invoice. And then at last, when you have received the payment, you can mark the invoice as paid. So this completes the complete sales cycle. So again, if you're using the product catalog, so it's not required that we use the product catalog. It's not mandatory. But again, if we use that product catalog, we have or the organization can have a control over the pricing. The pricing can be standardized. It also enables automatic creation of quotes, orders, and invoice from the originating opportunity. So with the use of product catalog, you can do or you can automate the creation of or you can automate the complete sales order processing. So to create a product catalog. So product catalog consists of four parts: a discount list where you define the quantity. So say for example, you define a particular quantity or a range of quantity, say a range of, say if a customer purchases more than 10 products, this much discount should be given. So for example, if a customer purchases starting from 10 to 50 numbers in quantity, number of product, he should be given a 10% discount. So that kind of ranges can be defined inside the discount list. So based upon the information provided, automatically calculation can happen in the backend, and the discount will be applied to the product, to the opportunity. Then we have a price list. So you might have different price list for a different set of customers. Maybe say for the corporate customer, you have a different price for the product. Maybe you have a retail public for which you want to have a different price. You have the wholesale dealers, for them you have a different price. So that kind of price list can be maintained inside Dynamics CRM. Just need to select a particular price list based upon the information provided by the customer. You can select a particular price list, and based upon that price list, whatever price has been specified for a particular product, that gets applied onto an opportunity. You can also define the unit groups. So unit groups are basically the groups in which you want to sell your product into. For example, you want to sell your product in dozens. So for example, I'm a company which manufactures bottles. So I want to sell bottles in a pack of 6, in a pack of dozen, in pallets, in cases, and so on. So I can define those kind of groups inside Dynamics CRM. Next is I can define the product and the related families. Say I'm manufacturing bottle. Bottle can be a parent family, and inside that particular main family, I can have different products, different bottles of different sizes. So again, but obviously the prices for different bottles will vary. But I can define a family tree. So how defining families will benefit you? So basically, there are certain properties which will be in common related to each and every bottle. So that can be put under a specific family. So next is sales order processing. So again, with the help of products, you can, if you're using the product or you're attaching the product to an opportunity, you are using the product catalog, you can create quotes. This process can be automated. If a quote is one, then you can create orders, and at last you can create invoices. So next is, so that kind of process or the complete process is being done by the executives, the salesperson, the person managing the sales, person heading the sales. Now if I talk about the managers, the team leads, other stuff, other people who are into a managerial position. They want to track how many opportunities do we have, how many opportunities still open, how many have closed. So I might have a target. For that, I can define my goals as well. So I have to achieve this much revenue by this date. I might have some quarterly targets to meet, some yearly targets with me. So I can keep track of all my team member progress, all the people who are working under me through the sales report or the dashboards. So by default, Dynamics CRM provides you two reports for sales. So under the tools, if I click on reports here, it will take me to a section where you'll be able to see a lot of reports here. So I have two reports which are related with sales. So I have sales history. So if I simply click on that, it will open up a screen where I can, if I want to specify some filter criteria, I can do some slice and dice of data that can be done from here, and then I can click on run report to fetch down the report. So the best part about Dynamics CRM reporting and a dashboard capability is you can drill down inside the details. So whatever graph that is shown um, on your screen can be drilled down into. For example, suppose since I've closed all the sales, showing me this. Say suppose I want to have a monthly report. Click on view report. So suppose now I want to have a look inside for the June information. So this is my June 2015. So I've earned somewhere around 1,17,000. So suppose I want to have a look inside this particular region. So I can simply click on that. So you can see now it has taken me to the underlying records. So I can do a drill down into, I can go deep inside what is happening in Dynamics CRM. Suppose I want to have a look at this particular opportunity. So it will open up the individual opportunity. So again, if I go back to the main screen, you can see I can group by this report on the basis of categories, honor, industry verticals, territory wise. So all this group by can be done. So based upon a particular category, a particular selection here, I can slice and dice my data. So the report available is sales pipeline. So sales pipeline is basically for the opportunities which are still open. So I can define my criteria, estimated close date, next these many days, rating equals. So I can specify the information related with the criteria here. If I don't want, I can simply click on clear here. If I want to specify some additional information or additional criteria, I can select from the available fields here and then specify a value to it. So I can apply some operators here, on or after, on or before, yesterday, today, next week, last 7 days, maybe say this year, modifying on this year. Maybe created on this year I like to have. Maybe say created on. So I can apply some, specify some filter criteria and then click on run report. Okay, try again, close, just open this report again. Sometime you might get some kind of odd errors. So here's your data report. Again, if you want to group it by the sales stage, maybe by date, sales user, sales territory, say by product. So you can see not specified is worth more than 3 lakh, and for the CRM online, that the opportunity that we created some time back is being shown here. So you can do slice and dice of your data to get some reports from Dynamics CRM. So if you have on-premise deployment, you can also automate these reports. These reports can fall directly inside your email box. So next is dashboards. So again, if I click on sales and then dashboards. So I have different views available here, which I can make use of. So again, if I click on this small down arrow, it will show me the various dashboards which are available in Dynamics CRM. So related to the sales, you have sales activity dashboard, sales activity social dashboard, sales dashboard, then you have sales performance dashboard, and so on. So sales dashboard, my activities, my open leads. So whatever work that I'm currently working on will be displayed here. So I can sense how many opportunities for me are open. What's my sales pipeline? Say sales performance dashboard. So manager can directly come to this location to the dashboards and he can automatically check for the pipeline how many opportunities has been converted, what was today's target, the quarter's target, has that been met. So all that information he can fetch it from the sales dashboard. So you can see the open opportunities by process. So we can see one is qualify, second is develop, three is propose. So all that information can be specified. Next you have goals. So you can specify a quarterly goal here and then how much goal have been achieved. So we'll be covering this, the goal, how to define goals and how to work with goals in a separate webinar. Then we have deals won versus deal lost by owner. Sales leaderboard. So which executive is winning, has been winning most of the opportunities in terms of number, in terms of revenue. Again, the best part is everything can be customized. So again, if you want to drop some other graph here, some other report here, tabular report here, maybe report from some external source. So all that things, all the customization can be done. And for that, even you don't require coding. So most of the things can be done by the customization itself. Don't require coding. So best practices using Dynamics CRM. So Dynamics CRM is your tool. So as per your requirement, you can customize it. I can customize my form. I can hide some of the field from a subset of user. So don't want to show a particular uh, a field to a subset of customer. That can be done. I can define my own process. I want to define my own steps, or I want to define my own stages. So all those things can be defined, can be customized without you requiring to code. I can customize my entity. I can create new tables. I can create the relationship between the tables. I can define my own solution using Dynamics CRM. I can define the business rules. So suppose if I'm entering a value inside a particular field, what should happen? Should it impact on other field? Should it throw an error if I'm entering some values outside the range? So instead of JavaScript, what you can do is you can even define the business rules. So that's an alternative to it. If you want to automate the things, you can use workflows. You can define dialogues. So for example, say whenever you create an opportunity, you want to write a thanks email to your customer. So whenever an opportunity is created, automatically a email will be sent to the customer. So that kind of automation. Whenever a quote has been won, a thanks mail should go to the customer. Whenever you change the status of the quote to active, a proposal should be sent to the customer. So that kind of customization, that kind of automation can be done inside Dynamics CRM. You can design your own forms, what field you want to place on a particular form. That's your tool, your choice. Each and everything is customizable. You can use the product catalog to keep track of the prices, standardize the prices across teams. Then you can use reports and dashboard to keep track on your progress. How well I am performing? What's my progress? Where do I lie? So all the things can be tracked from directly inside Dynamics CRM. So next is Dynamics CRM as a platform. So if you have Dynamics CRM with you, you can also use Dynamics CRM as a platform. So it can be used outside the marketing, sales, service as well. Be it HR, be it IT, be it any department, be it operation department, you can use Dynamics CRM there. It helps you to provide no code customization. You can create new tables, new entities. You can define relationship between those tables. You can define your own form. You can also manage the security for the forms, for the fields and stuff. So as a platform, Dynamics CRM can be used to manage virtually anything. And the good part, you can create a solution, you can upload that solution onto the Microsoft Marketplace, and then you can earn as well. So next is questions and answer session. So if you have any question, you can simply write your question in the chat window. Okay, I have a question. What is mean by offline client? Okay, so Dynamics CRM, for Dynamics CRM, you have the web client. So that means you can open up the interface, open up Dynamics CRM inside the web browser, or you can integrate that with Outlook. So if you have integrated your Dynamics CRM with Outlook, what you can do is, say, for example, you are traveling. So some part of your records, the records on which you have access to, can be downloaded to your machine. And then you can, while traveling, while you are on maybe on board, on train, or maybe anywhere, you can work on those leads. And when you come to the office again, maybe visit your enterprise again, that time you can sync it back to the server. So I have one more question, how it is different from Salesforce. Okay, so if I talk about Salesforce, if I talk about any customer relationship management platform, each and every platform is 70% similar to each other. Even though UI varies, you might find some option, you might have to find some options here and there, but 70% of each and every CRM that is in the market, be it the open source, vTiger, Sugar CRM, or be it the paid one, Salesforce, Dynamics CRM, maybe Siebel CRM or anything, the entities remain same, their names might change, and you might have some additional features. Say if I talk about Salesforce, Salesforce is a cloud platform. It's only on the cloud. If I talk about Dynamics CRM, it's both on-premise as well as on cloud. So that's the basic differentiator. So I can install Dynamics CRM on my premise inside my company, but I cannot install Salesforce on premise. So there might be scenarios where for security reasons, company might want to add this information or keep this information inside their premise itself. So in that case, they might want to go in with Dynamics CRM. So next is how is the scope of Dynamics CRM in pharma industry, and name any 3-4 company who are using the same. So what I'll be doing, I'm forwarding this query to my sales team, and they will be able to answer this question in a better way. So they have your email ID. They will be dropping that the answer to the query to your mailbox. So next question. Okay, licensing. Uh, okay, so as I said earlier, you have two types of licenses. One is on-premise, other one is for cloud. So if I talk about on-premise, you have two variation. One is work group, other one is a professional version or the enterprise version. So in the enterprise version, you can create multiple organizations. The workgroup edition is limited to 5 users. Then for the online version, you have basic subscription. So the online, if I talk about CRM online, that is on subscription basis, per month billing. Whereas the on-premise version, you have to give the cost. It's a one-time cost, which you which you need to give it to Microsoft. So you have basic, and you have professional edition, you have enterprise edition, then you have some additions, softwares which can be integrated with CRM online. You can integrate email solution, maybe Office 365 can be integrated with Dynamics CRM. You have SharePoint Online, which is if you purchase that subscription, it can be automatically like integrated with Dynamics CRM. Then you have something known as unified customer service decks. So again, but for that you have to pay some extra bucks. So any other question? Okay, so next question is difference between workflow and dialogue. Okay, so dialogue is basically a script, and it has a human interaction. Suppose you have a scenario where you want your customer service executive to follow a particular script. You might have worked in a scenario where you give a script to a particular customer, and you have to ask this question to the customer. So when they open up the dialog box, automatically a page or a window will open where by looking at that, you can get that information from the customer. Fine, you can ask that information. Again, dialog can be used to create new records or even update the records in Dynamics CRM. So workflows, again, runs in a background. It has no direct touch with a particular person or a user. So you can define your own workflow. You can define your own logic at the backend. So once that is defined, you can get the things automated with anything. So workflows works with most of the entities, most of the tables inside Dynamics CRM. So any other question? So no questions. If you want, you can also email me, email your questions if you have any further query related to the topic on my email ID, which is dheeraj@knowledgewoods.com, or on the information ID, which is info@knowledgewoods.com, or you can visit knowledgewoods.com and fill up the contact us form. Okay, I have another question. So can sales team of 400 plus can be user of CRM? So yes, um, there is no limitation on a number of users if you are using a dynamic CRM. So what you can do is you can uh, only you have to the thing you have to do is you have to if you have installed, if you're using CRM online, there is no limitation as such, be it 1000 user, 2000 user, 10,000 user. The optimization will be done by the Microsoft people. If it's an on-premise version, you might require to spend some extra pennies, some extra bucks to purchase new server, maybe a high quality server, or maybe if you want, you can use a load balancer, or you can put multiple servers in parallel to cater that load. So another question, is it possible to access through mobile tablet? Yes. So Dynamics CRM, if I talk about, has a client for tab. It has a client for, if I talk about tab, it has a client for iPhone. It has a client for the Android phone. Also, if you want, you can customize your website for the mobile devices. You can even define what all information you want to place it on the mobile devices, what information you want to place it on the tablet devices. That information can be customized. But again, there are some limitations that only first 75 fields and other information. So, but yes, you have a client for mobile and tablet. Also, they are working on developing a client for the mobile, the Android mobile. But again, it's in production. Maybe in some days you'll be getting that production version. Okay, so how can we create workflows? Okay, so we have a separate section under settings from where we can create workflows. So you can click on settings, then you have a process says here. So this section can be used to create workflows. So again, there are 4 categories you can choose from: business process flows, dialogues, and workflows. Also, if I click on all processes here, you'll be able to see the processes which have been defined, which are there in Dynamics CRM. So you can see lead to opportunity sales process here. So if I open that, you can see I have stages here which have been defined. So stage name qualify and the steps, stage name develop and the steps. Then you have stage name propose and the steps, stage name close and the steps. So everything can be customizable. Similarly, if you want to create a workflow, you can create that. So any other question? Okay, so no question. So if you have any question, you can also drop me an email to my mail ID or info@knowledgewoods.com. So with that, we end the session. We also have some upcoming sessions on Dynamics CRM. So in case you are interested in the upcoming session, you can have in touch with uh, the sales team or maybe the support team. So till then, goodbye. Thanks for your participation. Bye bye.